Great, greetings. Okay, so this is the second part of Alien Agendas. It's more like Atlantean timelines, Atlantean bloodlines. Of course, we'll go into as much as we can through all this. So, of course, there's a lot of talk about all these different alien groups. Of course, you don't really see them here physically, but you hear about them all. Of course, there is a lot going on, but getting the full story of all this and actually seeing them connect with us is a whole another story. And not all these alien groups have been talked about are positive and so on, go on and on and on. But the agendas, yeah, it's part of it's confusion, part of it, some of them really are trying to help, but they're not. Sometimes, yeah, you can try to do good, you end up causing more difficulties. I think some of them are realizing that. Of course, there are alien groups that are extremely manipulative and don't care. And there is the hybrid program that's going on. Uh, that's been going on for, I would say, before, I would say forever actually, but because our species has been, it's not we're not just here. Take our DNA and help us expand. I mean, it really is about hybridization in the long run. Obviously, there's some that don't believe that we're hybrids, and yeah, you can go around in circles of that debate. We are hybrids, we're not hybrids, we're this, or that. You know, whatever works for you. How about that? I mean, there's realities where we are hybrids and where we're not hybrids. Um, I mean, everything is created out of something, so whatever. But yeah, the human's always been a human. But then again, there are humans that come from the ape. I mean, some people have experiences of that, where you come from the ape, or we went back to being apes. I mean, you can go on and on with that. Or we turn into fish people. We went from human to fish people. You can drive yourself crazy with all that. But yeah, basically connecting to your origins, your inner self, your the deep magnitude of who you are. Obviously, is not the easiest. So there are the hybrid program of one of many is, yeah, for eggs from females taken to another planet and children are born with our DNA. Of course, there's other DNA involved with it. Now, are those worlds aware of us? A lot of times they're not. Because this world, it's kind of a wonder if we're going to continue on forever. I mean, it can. It's just that, you know, it probably will. A spiritual version is that we go into the higher dimensions, but the rest of the world doesn't even know what that means and don't care about it either. Just like asking Jesus to come back. So, you know, the extraterrestrial, we might be just talking about this stuff to the end of time. So, and nothing ever comes of it. The world doesn't go into the fourth dimension, it just continues on. And it is technically in the fourth dimension to some level. But the rest of humanity doesn't talking about any of this. And they're not that interested, so that's fine. Uh, they're trying to get through their own lives, which is completely understood. But yeah, there are other worlds you can go to. You don't have to. You put your best effort here. Of course, you have these guys that are here. Same old. Eventually, the Archon enters the demonic realms will be a little bit better understood over time. But there's always a backtrack. You tell people all this, and there's others that don't believe it, and it's like you tell, and then the information is erased. It's like, you think you're getting somewhere, and then somebody backtracks everything. So, you just keep moving forward. You can't really worry about anything overall. We do have a current situation going on here right now. We do have a Category 5 hurricane coming through. Let's see. So I did an update before. I'm looking for my update. Okay, so this is what it was before, and this is what it looks now. And these guys are talking about climate, or CNN's crying about climate change. Anyway, I don't want to go too much into that. That's such a joke. Yeah, we're our us evolving doesn't look so good. Not when you look at something like this. But anyway, yeah, the mainstream lost network. But that's what I mean. I mean, it's just unless the mainstream starts to kick into gear into another type of thinking. But that's why we keep talking and we do all of this. Of course, once again, we have the mysticism energy here. The gods that are here are spiritual belief systems. And so we're going into this new phase. So we're always going to a phase, but so the alien groups that are here, you have the Palladians. Of course, the Syrians can look like the Palladians to a certain level, and also the Yael can look like the Palladians, and maybe not exactly, but they all kind of have this similar frequency. Doesn't mean they're all Nordic type of beings, but they all have a similarity. So, and of course, the Lyran, or sorry, or even the Lyrans look like that too. The humanoid Lyrans. Of course, there you have the feline Lyrans. Of course, there's a lot of human characteristics in that. We have a lot of animal characteristics in ourselves. But with the humanoid experience, everybody's here to save us. The Yael are here to be first contact. The Palladians here to be first contact. The Syrians, and you can go on and on for that with that, where they're all just playing cards. Of course, I had fun with some of these. This is another form of how the Palladians can look. Also, but like I said, it can be Syrian, can be other Nordic beings. Also, of course, the Palladians are here to protect us. There's different versions of everything. It really comes down to a lot of it is just Atlantean. The story continues on. Of course, others I imagine will find other stories, not just the Atlanteans, but right now we have the Atlantean story to go by. And it's just, they became corrupted and, it was part of building the pyramids and so on, became very, Nazi like, and then disappeared, but then became more part of a spiritual hold on our planet. So you have these alien groups, you have a Palladian, another Palladian frequency. This one can also be a Palladian group or a Syria-Arcturian group can also, they can all look a little bit different. This is another example of Arcturian energy. Basically, they're a fifth dimensional frequency. Usually, they don't have a body, but we're just gonna either way. It can be a fifth dimensional body. I mean, they do have a body, but usually it's translucent. They don't exactly all look like that. But they usually have kind of a larger head, and they usually have some kind of clothing of some kind. They just float around. Usually in the fifth dimension, they're very translucent, you can say. Palladians, for example, can be very fourth dimensional, pretty much look like us in a lot of ways, even come here like us. Even the tall whites can do the same. And not all of them are whites. They can be different colors, of course. But, you know, they're, yeah, they're assisting us obviously on many levels. I mean, even the Syrians are connected to a lot of the dolphin energies, the whale frequencies, but still can look very well. They can actually look like that, or this is a traditional. This is one of the ways I see. Yeah, they be very Arabic Also, their connections are very much connected to the Arabic countries, and it's just and of course, the Arab world is so huge, but it's also high vibrational. So there's so many different ways of looking at everything. It's just we have so many different points of view. Also, have the Zetas. Just yeah, I'll just leave you with that one. And let's see here. Or the traditional Zeta. Of course, they can also look like a creature. But I guess this is what Skinny Bob. I guess Area 51 or something around those lines online somewhere. So of course you have the other traditional Zeta, that's probably more traditional, just scare the hell out of people energy. They're probably the hybrid programs, the cloning programs. I mean, from our point of view, cloning makes no sense because it's not put in our society. But if you're from a different realm, cloning is not a big deal. But because we're not taught it, because we're kept away from everything. So, and then you have our luxurious media. You have this nonsense, and it's like a downgraded clone, basically. At least for the news media energies, and you can't. Yeah, they don't understand a whole lot. They're just very successful. Of course, you have this energy there. So it's like very successful, and that's about it. But the Zetas are, of course, part of the abduction programs, hybrid programs, and yeah, they're not exactly the kindest beings at times, but they're given a job too. So, and a job is for our survival. So, because sometimes you gotta wonder, is like, where is humanity going? Where is this all going? Maybe it's going nowhere. But a lot of people are going to be stuck here in this form for a long time. I mean, just that's where they're at. I mean, they'll just be taken all different places around the universe until they want something new. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just, there's more to life than just going to work all day and, staring at TV or video game. It's just the program here obviously enjoys that aspect of reality. Of course, they also have the reptilians, the draconian energy. I think this is more of like a friendly. Is this a turtle? A friendly turtle. Of course, you have your classic reptilians, controlled by Orion energies, the foot soldiers. There's different aspects of it, and that's the thing about the alien groups. They can get very arrogant and who's doing this and who's doing that, and have infighting. And all this is he said, she said. These beings are doing this, so you have it all wrong, and just you can go on and on with that all day long. Of course, also you have the demonic energies, of course, whispering in the wind in the background, or controlling reptilians a lot of times, and just having a basically control over the planet. So it's up to us to free ourselves. Well, become more aware of it. Of course, also you have the feline energies that are here to assist. High vibrational felines on many different levels. A lot of them are Andromedan felines. Also, of course, they have the human felines. They have always, the or humanoid Andromedans. And yes, they can also feel very angelic. A lot of our angels can say can't come from Andromeda. They're connected to our music. Just I would say even disco help us to release a lot of the negative energies here. Another thing is we have our secret president or presidents, and there's just a lot of energy exchange going on, in the lower realms. Of course, Also, you have the Men in Black frequencies that are hidden. They're manipulating our reality. Also, have beings that, elongated head beings that don't always make a whole lot of sense. That are in the higher realms that just don't really care about anybody. Some do, some don't. Uh, yeah, and they can get kind of persuasive. I'm getting. So, and of course, you have the Nordic Aryan race. Of course, he doesn't look Nordic. But also, you have the reptilian influencing that's going on. And let's see here. Yeah, and also, of course, yeah, the demonic influence that's happening. You have the girls being influenced by demonic beings, and you have this girl is being influenced by demonic energy, but there's also an angel behind her. So it's like, we're slowly becoming more aware of our experiences here, where these shadow beings can't control society. Of course, the demonic realms, and of course, the reptilians are very much involved. They work well with the demonic energies. And of course, you have the elemental beings here. And, we have a lot of with the, Lord of the Rings and all that. So, there's a little bit of a knowledge of, the dragon realms. And not necessarily the dragon realms are negative. It's just, it's all about belief systems. I guess you just keep telling people this stuff over and over again. And it just reaches the people that need to hear it. So just unlock the control system. It's so triple, double layer. It's talked about all the time about the astral realm. I mean, all this is talking about the spirit realm. We're talking about what the elite talk about. How magic occurs, how storms are created, how you know why even in your home, like why certain situations happen, the lights go out or whatever it might be. A certain person says something to ruin your day. There's little layers. Of course, we have our timelines are that are in the astral realm that slowly unfold. I don't think even the astral beings always know what's going to happen either. Does anybody really ever know? It's all about too how much effort we put into our lives to make things happen. But a lot of times we're not meant to get to certain levels of our existence. We are held back. Like on YouTube and censorship. We're censored in the astral plane too. We're censored here in the physical, but we can't say what we can't say, but also in the astral, as much as you want to go forward, you're held back. And a lot of the Atlantean energies, yeah, they just there's of course there's bloodlines that go into our the Pope. Uh, it goes into obviously the elite that can track money very easily. It just goes on and on. Of course, they're part of mysticism. At least the darker elite, more positive Atlantean beings aren't here to cause difficulties. They're here to talk about the astral plane and for you to connect more to yourself and release all this programming. And there is so. I mean, it's really best if we're just away from I mean, it's good to have entertainment. It's also good to be away from all television or I mean, it's good to be entertained. Just know what you're getting yourself into with all this because these guys, but even like the YouTube and all that, a lot of them is just the same as these guys. I mean, they have to make numbers too. So, and it does always come back to this, but this isn't concrete. This can fall apart. Nothing's ever 100%. I mean, I don't think the timelines are fully, nothing's ever 100% ever. I mean, someone might say that the elite have it all figured out, but not necessarily. We're still kind of out of control. That's why many of us incarnate here to derail it. To derail. I mean, if you said that everything is set in stone, like why are we even here? It's like if everything's set in stone, what's the even point coming here? So you can make a change. It just want to make you feel like you can't make a change. Even if you don't feel like you're making a change, you're probably making a change. You just don't know it. Obviously, make life extremely difficult, keep things hidden from ourselves, and so on. You know, I mean, a lot of it is just going to hang out. So, I mean, yeah, there's so many worlds that are just more relaxed than ours. We don't have to deal with these, manipulated storms, manipulated weather, because the weather is all plugged in. I mean, I think some give the elite more credit than they deserve. They're not that advanced. It's just people aren't aware of we're here to get to their level. They're born into that level. We're not. We become more aware of it. They lose power and they go away. Of course, that takes easier said than done, of course. Yeah, putting the elite on any type of pedestal is probably not a good idea. It's just, because how? I mean, what do they know? I mean, like I said, they're born into their situation, and like I said, the alien agendas obviously is a lot of secret space program energies, and that's causing more confusion here. And it really comes down to connecting to yourself and what do you feel. Now, you might feel all these other secret space programs that nobody's ever heard of. There's a high possibility of that, and that doesn't mean that you're wrong either. I mean, it's like there's more going on than we're being told. That's why connecting to yourself and just what's your version of reality. Even if it does sound crazy, yeah, the story of the dome. People do see the dome, so if you're seeing a dome around the Earth, most likely it came from that reality. But not all of us is see. Not all of us can remember it. Then again, some of us probably put the dome there to begin with, and then forgot. So, but our matrix reality obviously is organic. There's also multi dimensions here. They come into our realm. They can see us, but we can't see them. They can kind of see us. They can't always see us completely. But then again, they're not going through all the difficulties that we are. Not that we need to go through all of this. Because some are like putting on their shoulder, like, wow, we're just super special. We're going through all this. Yeah, yeah, that might be true that we can handle a lot. But also it's like, do you have to go through all this? It's like it becomes like, yeah, you're going through a lot. Your life is really complex here. Everyone's life here is, but can it be easier? Is there a better way? And you can still probably even learn more and feel less stressed out. Most likely, yes. But that's why some people I feel like don't really want change. They want to hold on to the way things are and just keep things shut down. Interesting though. I don't have a picture of it. I just something came to mind. I don't have a picture of it. But anyway, like radical philosophy. Let's put it that way. I don't have a picture of it. Like Jordan Peterson. He's like really radical. He's similar to like he's a lecturer. He's from a university. You know, this just comes to mind. He's very similar to Jesus in a lot of ways. I know it sounds funny, but Jesus is very radical, and so is he. It's like sometimes he says radical ideas, and sometimes just to get. I feel like they're doing it just to get attention. you know, I mean, they obviously have those own ideas. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just radicalism. Gets the views, gets the attention, keeps the drama going. You have your climate change drama, and just if you step back from all of that, you see these guys. Not to say these guys don't have their own issues. They always have their own problems too. It's just that we have more problems, and we probably can get rid of all of them, but many can't do that. They love the drama, they love the chaos, and it comes back to these guys. They just love chaos, and they have their little stooges here. For example, there's many more. To run the show here. Yes, as long as they have, and if people fall for it, and all this alien, astral, and all obviously is all crazy for people to really digest it and heal, move to the next level. It's just not, and it almost sounds religious in a lot of ways, spirituality. It sounds very religious, like, find spirituality, you can go to the new earth and so on. I mean, what it sounds very, it's nothing. I mean, it sounds good, but also sounds very religious at the same time. So, that's what makes it so complicated. So those that are spiritually aware feel like we have all the knowledge, we know what's going on. The rest of the world and the Christians feel the same way. That those that are connected to aliens, all that don't know what the hell they're talking about, and that Jesus is going to come back, and Armageddon's going to happen, and and so on and so on. And of course, the people that believe in the aliens believe that we're going to go to a new Earth, and everybody put in the fourth, third, whatever dimension it is, and when it comes down to it, this world's probably just going to continue on, on and on and on for the next thousands and thousands of years at this rate, and just fight. Just oh, I'm right, you're wrong. Chaos. They're just going to continue at chaos until, I mean, for your own individual self, you find tranquility. You don't worry about, you know, what you don't need to worry about. And you go to where you need to go. Like, you do what you need to do in this world. You don't need to save the world. Just do whatever you feel like you need to do for you. And if that helps others, that's great. If not, with your own saving yourself, really, I mean, obviously care about others, of course, but obviously yourself is still pretty important. And just, as long as when you leave this world, you know where you're going. That's very important. But, between now and then, obviously, live what you must live. There's other worlds beyond this, though. This is not the be all. This is not where it's all happening. This world just thinks that because people love the chaos. They love the chaos. This is what's all happening. What is happening here exactly? It's like the same old movie over and over again. This is the same old movie. The climate change situation, and who's the guys running the show behind the scenes. So we're just going, we're in this loop, and we're here to break that loop. And obviously, the trickster energies are not too kind of to that idea. We don't have to go through this anymore. Yeah, I mean, the idea there's always going to be lessons here, but we can make things easier for ourselves. That's what spirituality really is all about. It's just connecting with just find yourself, what works for you. Of course, I heard that term, believe whatever you want, but yeah, you can go ahead and do that, and you can be stuck here forever too at the same time. Um, yeah, and this energy can't hide forever. Of course, this stuff's been here forever, but it can't hide forever. Well, they mess up. We come to a level where beings like this can't hide anymore. But you have to end the drama here, and good luck with that. It's not easy. It can be done, but when you have powers this strong over society, it can be done, though. It's going to take a long time. But that's why your own self really matters. Your own sense of self, and your own inner rescue. All right, so blessings.